as I as I as mentioned, Beauty and the Beast, a classic animated tale from 1991.
Yes. I love this movie so much. I think I've watched it so many times. It's part of my top four. You know how Letterboxd asks everyone on the red carpet their top four movies. This is in my top four. I love it.
Hey Malty, welcome back.
What's
Hey,
up?
Moldy.
How y'all doing?
Doing great.
Good.
Yeah, we're we're here tonight to talk about one of Disney's most beautiful animated movies, which is probably the second best. Well, one of the best since Snow White, if I can recall.
Gotcha. This is my number one favorite Disney movie of all time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep, Beauty and the Beast. Yep, star which features a girl named Belle who struggles to find her place in. Wait, hang on. Well, yeah, it features Belle, who's our main character, and the other whose name is Beast, and also as let me check. As you already know, the movie starts off with the Beast. Ah, hi Emily.
Hello.
Hey,
Hi.
Emily.
Hi, Emily.
Hi, everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Yep. The movie starts off with a spell being cast on the castle after the prince, who eventually became the beast, acted so rude to an old woman who's revealed herself to be an enchantress in disguise.
I honestly wish that could happen nowadays.
Yeah, me too.
Just knock on someone's
Oh,
door. Have you been good today? Let's find out.
Yep.
It
Yep.
was a good little thing because I know the timelines are a little bit wonky and skewed because it says by his 18th birthday that he would have to find love and then earn love in return. But that means if we take it strictly on that means he was like a
Yeah.
8-year-old brat that
Yeah.
was the prince.
Yep.
So
Hi,
you
Jake.
brought up a good point. Hi, Jake.
Hello, all.
So
Ahoy.
Molly, you brought up a good point because I was reading through the IMDb like trivia, and a lot of people pointed out that if he was cursed and it was to his 21st birthday, that means he was super young. So everyone's thinking that it just means it was a period of 21 years at whatever age he was already at. So he got frozen for 21 years.
Well,
That's how people are like interpreting it, and I'm like, that's interesting.
Well, yeah, it's not that's not what I believe. I think they just threw numbers around. Also, I misspoke, not 18th but it was 21st. You are correct with that. But it's not the point of the story, but it does bring up a whole lot of questions about timelines.
Yeah.
yeah. From what I heard from the movie, they say that they've been cursed for 10 years.
Yeah.
Tops.
There
Yep.
is like a Christmas movie where they do show up flashback of when it happened, where it was around Christmas, and he was a little kid in that flashback.
Yes. Definitely.
Was that the Enchanted Christmas sequel?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They may have tried to, but just as far as this film goes, is everybody still here? Or did
Yeah.
Yeah, we're here. Continue.
Internet's doing something weird. So from the stained glass windows, basically the way that the prologue is shown, it looks like someone who's at the very least 15, 16. That's kind of what it looks like. Definitely doesn't look like a child.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The beast was cursed for his arrogance and to ensure that it took a big toll on him. Everyone in the castle, along with the castle of itself was hexed by the enchantress in retaliation for how he treated the enchantress, who was secretly disguised as an old woman. Yeah, it could.
Everyone
yeah.
else in the castle kind of got the shaft, man. I mean, like, what did they have to do with anything?
Well,
Yeah.
they were part of. They all lived in the castle with them.
Well, I understand that part, but like, what, it wasn't like they were paying for some karmic sin like he was.
The
Yeah, that's
company you
true.
keep, Jake.
like they all contributed to him being a douche, and they're like, you know what, you guys are just as bad as him.
Yeah,
Well, there's
You're gonna be furniture.
there's
Yeah.
a possibility because they were subservient to them. So
Yeah.
there's a possibility that that's why they received the curse as well, because they did nothing to offer her hospitality as well. And that's why they do it so willingly to Bill, not only because she's a girl and they know that's the only reason to break the curse. So it also brings up the question of, like, are they doing it for the true reasons or for their own reasons? But I guess that may be thinking a little bit too deeply.
Yeah.
hello, Lilith.
After so much time, they could just be like bored too. Like, man, finally we get a little, spice of life here.
Yep,
Meet somebody new.
indeed. Yeah, and each of the person in the castle was turned into objects that fit their personality and stuff. As you see,
If you were turned into a furniture,
yeah,
what would you
talk
get turned into?
Lumiere, the candle.
I'd probably be turned into a painting because I like to do art.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah,
I'd be the wardrobe because I'd be singing all the time.
I'm thinking rolling desk chair. It's nice and easy to get around,
yeah. Hang on, let me just wrong image. Let me see.
Oh my god! And hi, Anthony.
Protagonist, what's up? Also,
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Hi, boy.
Heather,
Welcome.
go ahead.
Be sure to like and share the stream too, guys, because I figured we. Oh, hang on. Yeah. King Style will be joining us soon as well. Anyway, this is where we start off with Belle in the movie, singing in her hometown where everyone finds her absurd for being different.
Well, it's because she reads and she thinks for herself in the early French days when, public education wasn't really a thing yet. Sorry, I'm going to stop interjecting. I love this movie a lot, so I can talk about every single frame.
Yeah.
No, please do, because I love this movie so much that I don't even think I know much details about it, except like if you need someone to start singing, but but no, otherwise, like I was reading through again the IMDb, and I had no idea that Jerry Orbach was Lumiere. I was like, whoa, wait, like Law and Order guy, like what? So bring it on, give me more.
Yeah, and it also featured she was going to the library to return a book, and then she gets another book that she borrowed a couple times, and then the owner decides to let her take it and keep it for herself as a treasure for enjoying his things.
Yep. And then she doesn't want to. She shows one thing that I guess why Belle is my favorite Disney princess. She's so freaking humble with everything. She wants to learn more, but when other people do things, she immediately says thank you. She immediately just like, no, I didn't earn this. And it's like, no, you're a sweet person. You always do good. You've never done harm. Here, have this gift. And she graciously accepts the gifts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. She even brought it to a fountain. Oh, she even started going through the book at the fountain where one of the sheep started chewing a piece of a page off.
They're so cute by the fountain.
Yep, they sure
And
are.
she doesn't powder the back of the hand to smack the sheep away. She's just like, oh, okay, yeah, no, that's not for you. But I'm still
Yep.
gonna like pet you and smile at you.
Yep, indeed. Yeah, saying, "Okay, that's enough, sheep. Move along." Yeah, yeah. But on the way, she runs
Like,
in.
like how like they give her shit for like reading books. Like, oh my god, a woman who reads, how ghastly.
Yeah.
How could we let this happen in our provincial town?
Mhm.
Enter Gaston.
Yep.
Why do we
Yeah,
even
a
have
real
a
nut
bookstore?
job. Yeah.
Right.
It's like he's the king of the town, just from having, just from who he is, and just from having such ego and stuff. Yeah. He's also a hunter. And God, Disney better not go trying to make any alternate version of this movie with him as the main character. A prequel would be nice, but a different
No,
narrative. Oh no.
Did
No
you
Yeah.
not
thanks.
know? No, they are. I did a video on it like 4 months ago. No, they
Is
they
it
are
for
trying to
they
make
are
Gaston.
Yep.
I don't want Disney to touch anything.
with Josh Gad and Luke Evans? Like that whole thing is really going to happen? That thing?
I don't know if it's that one.
Oh, okay, because that's the only one I knew of.
No,
They're
not
going to
that.
reform Gaston.
Not the Rachel, Miss Rachel, however you want to be, approached. I tend to do that kind of stuff anyway. Whatever. No, not the one with Luke Evans and Josh Gad. That was the remake. That was the live action remake with Hermione as Belle. No, they're actually doing a Gaston series, and I believe it's going to be a TV show. It is confirmed. I just don't know when it's coming out yet.
Oh, a TV show.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Anyway, here's LeFou, Gaston's right hand.
Who is not gay.
Right. He's shorter than Josh Gad, I can tell you that. I mean,
Still
Gad was
sweet.
normal, was average height, but here in the animated version, he's real short.
I bet little kids are taller than LeFou.
Pardon, what was that?
I bet little kids are taller than this version of LeFou.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
I think they did that for a reason. They made him so short because Gaston's supposed to be the most handsome man in town, like the most accomplished, the one that everyone wants. And so, like, of course, he's going to be tall, dark, and handsome. And then his underlings are literally going to be underlings. And so it was like it was a way that they could show that on screen without telling you the same thing. Show, don't tell.
Yeah.
LeFou's
Yeah.
too short to ride a teacup.
Indeed. Yeah, Gaston is also rude too. I mean, soon as he approaches Belle, he grabs one of her books, grabs her book and starts throwing it into the mud, telling her to stop reading. I mean, wow, talk about manners. I mean, where does he come? You gotta wonder how spoiled he is to actually be so rude.
Well, he's done in this provincial life, in this provincial town. He's probably done. How dirty can I get with my words? Multi words.
Yeah,
He's probably done slayed all the women in the town, and then she's the one that won't put out. I'm being as PG as possible. And that's the one that he chooses because she gives him a little bit of fight. And because he's a hunter, he wants the fight. He wants the hunt.
yeah,
Yep.
and he's sure getting
The
it.
T-Rex.
Yeah,
Yeah, could it be so simple?
yeah, yeah. But
Why
lucky,
can't I just smile at her and how he does the thing with his teeth whenever he barges into the we'll get to that later. But like how he's just like looking at himself in the mirror and he's like winking at himself. I was like, this is all I have to do. And women will fawn over me. And I was like, yeah, well, with Belle, she actually thinks for herself. And that's why everybody calls her so obscure as a woman, especially a young woman in that town that we're only moved there because of the mother dying. And he's like,
Yeah.
why can't I just have her? It's like, because she thinks for herself. Everyone else is just like a yokel.
Yep. Indeed. Yeah.
Eyes were fixated.
Yeah. Then Belle returns to her home where she sees her father finishing up one of his inventions he was looking to bring to the World Fair. But eventually, he ends up getting lost. He and his horse ended up getting lost along the way, and because his horse was so scared of what was in the wood, it couldn't calm. It couldn't calm down, and he took off, leaving Morris behind. And that is how Morris ends up finding his way over to the castle.
Yeah, the art style of the forest is very like well done of being very frightening and scary.
Mhm.
It's kind of like Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah. Hello, King Style.
Hey, how you
Thank-
doing?
Hey,
Hey,
What's up, King Style?
What up, King?
Good. What about you guys?
Doing all right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's great.
We're on the part where Morris finds himself inside the beast's castle. And from here, he meets some of the other folks who were cursed by the enchantress that resemble objects that fit their personality and stuff.
So every time I watch this movie, this part always cracks me up because it's one of my favorite parts. It reminds me of my father. It reminds me of my boyfriend who's an engineer. Like, nope, doesn't bother him that he's talking to a talking clock. What bothers him is how are you working? How are you functioning? What, like, the brain just can't shut off. Like, I love it. It's just like, okay.
Hi, Stevie Stein.
Yeah, it's almost like if he didn't just escape the attack from the wolf pack, then he would be like, "Can I just steal you and take you to the World Fair?" Other than the other
Yeah.
invention that I was taking to the World Fair.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
They
Yeah.
almost killed him with the adjusting him. Like, remember that joke on Family Guy with the Pillsbury Doughboy?
Oh.
Yes. Mhm.
Like, wait, hey, lady, get away! Ah!
Lucky for him, most people in the castle were treating him with hospitality.
Mhm.
And that's
Yeah.
what I think. I guess that brings back that little thing of like, why did they get cursed as well when they were basically just doing their jobs? But it brings up a moral ambiguity to, if you just go with the crowd, if you're a sheep, then you're still gonna get slaughtered with the rest of the flock.
I just assumed that the Enchantress was evil. Like, I'm sorry. Like, they didn't deserve to be punished with him.
Yeah.
Just guilty by association. By that logic, if, like, for example, if my dad did something or my grandfather, great grandfather did something so horrific, right? It could be anything. So I'm not going to say it.
Yeah.
And then come to present day, I have to pay for it as well as them and even my children because of their mistakes. I don't think that's fair.
Yeah, and I don't think it's fair for Morris to get locked up just when he was coming only to warm up.
yeah.
For some reason, Beast threatened him for coming in, and when he was just trying to seek safe haven from the wolves and not get killed. I mean, wow, you gotta wonder. Yeah.
Paranoia
Yeah.
is really bad for the Beast.
Yep.
He doesn't
I mean-
trust anybody except for his companions. That's it.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, the last stranger he let in turned everybody in the furniture.
I literally was just going to say that.
Yeah.
Point taken.
I'd be a little apprehensive myself.
There's also another thing to be said about that because so it did come with a deal that like you need to learn humility. I will give you all of your employees and servants that you already have here. Like I will make them basically just into things so you can hide yourself away, the enchantment and all that kind of stuff. But I will still have you give you friends and people who can help you grow as a human being, so you can become a human being again. So there is that also, that there is that aspect as well.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
I kind of
but
like
the
that
beast-
school of thought. That makes sense.
Yeah, but the beast could not control his temper when he confronted Maurice and recklessly kills him. I mean, poor guy. Wow.
But did he always had? Here's the question, guys. Did he always had the temper before he was a beast, or did he get the temper with the beast? Because I always think he had it before.
Well, he
Yeah.
kind of had it before.
I was
I
gonna
mean,
That's
say
why he
my
got into
thought
that
as
mess in the
well.
first place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was being, his heart was cold.
Exactly.
When the old woman with the rose asked him 2 times, and like he turned her away, and she asked like, please, I'll offer you a rose in exchange for shelter from the cold, and he turned her away a second time, and it was just like, all right, brother just won't learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of follows that like everybody in the castle got turned into something that suits their personality. So it kind of makes sense that like he would get turned into a monstrous beast because that's how he was acting.
Yeah.
Also, remember, his beast is ambiguous, right? It could be anything. It could be like a lion, a bear, whatever. It
Or
could
a
be.
bull.
But remember, if he's like
Or even a
royalty,
bison.
if he's royal, yeah, a bull as well. If he's like royalty, right?
Yeah.
A lion, right? It kind
That
of
makes
fits.
sense.
It makes sense because it's
Yeah, he's like
a king,
ferocious.
king is royalty, a king of the jungle, lion, right? It kind of
Yeah.
matches a little bit. A bear, strong. He is strong-willed because if he isn't, he wouldn't survive being in that beast form, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of a
Exactly.
lot of symbolism with his ambiguous beast thing that he is, whatever it is.
Yeah, yes, and the bull. I mean, you see it whenever he throws temper tantrums, like bull in a china closet. You see also that. So there's 3 anthropomorphic things that are going on all at once. I agree with
Yep.
you.
Yep.
Yeah, but after that, we come. Gaston the next day has a wedding organized and thinks he could marry Belle just by barging into her house with his charms and stuff. But man, he was just doing plain rude
hasn't
again.
even proposed.
Yeah,
he just demands it. Like hashtag me too.
yeah, yeah. I
Well,
mean,
it's one of those things that every other woman in the village throws themselves at her, so he just expects it. It's not even thinking anything else that somebody would actually turn him down. Because if you watch, at the beginning when the musical parts, all the women are swooning over him.
yeah,
So to get denied isn't even, in any thought in his brain. What small one he has.
yeah. That too.
The
Yeah.
picture of hubris.
Yep. Hubris is definitely the main enemy of truth, not just lies.
There's not even any pictures in this book.
How can you read it? There's no
Yeah. Anyway, Belle was able to secretly extract him out of her house, and yet Gaston, feeling fumbled and humiliated, ends up hurting LeFou by throwing him into the same mud hole that he ended up falling into with the pigs. Wow.
Isn't that the point where he's wiping the mud off his face? He's like, if I can't have her, no one will.
Yeah. That pure obsession. That's definitely the definition.
Yeah, it's his whole hunter thing. It's the game he can't catch. It's the, that's why he's so adamant of going after Belle. Everything else is easy pickings, but Belle, she's the one, the elk that got away.
Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
say,
Always.
I like the way Maldi put it earlier.
Yeah. Now I understand what the
yeah.
saying means.
City Stein, that's what I said. I was like, he's renowned for being a hunter, and he's hunting Belle.
Right, exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah. But after that, Belle runs into her horse, and she ends up going to the castle to find her father, locked up in a dungeon by the beast, who was very territorial and quite sensitive to people coming in without being so familiar with the place.
Poor Marie.
Put some money on my books, Bill.
Yeah, yeah, yep. He was like, yes, that too. Yeah, this is where he and Belle meet, outside of Maurice's cell, where he was losing his temper again, up until the point where she offered to take her father's place inside the cell, and he started to calm down and then shows himself to Belle in the light. But after that, he lets her father up, but wouldn't let her say goodbye, as he recklessly drags him out, throws him into an old carriage that was also alive, and says, "Take him to the village."
You want to know? This is one of, in my opinion, one of the most beautiful moments in the film is when she pleads but hasn't seen him, and she goes, "What I'm about to give my life away." Because there's really nothing for her where she is right now, and she's being hunted and all that. And she's like, "Step into the light." As soon as she sees it and is like, "I can't let my dad go through that." That's a moment of self-sacrifice. And that's what, in my opinion, that's what turned her into a princess.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yes.
indeed. She was real brave too. And the beast, not too long after having her father escorted back, comes back up and gives her a choice, either to stay in the tower or follow him to her room that he brings her in, and so she follows him.
It's like the beast was surprised that there was like a real noble soul that like Belle had, that he just had never recognized that quality in a person before. Like it wasn't even possible.
Yep.
You know, like he was. Sorry, I'm sorry. Was someone else going to say?
Yeah.
I was like,
That
he was born into regal or royal nobility, but she is noble of heart, and so
Right.
you have that little thing going around, and he has to learn the lesson, and time is ticking.
Like,
Yep.
oh shit, maybe I really was a beast. Okay.
Mhm.
Yep.
Like, I really did fall short of my the expectations of me.
Yep. Yeah, but also Belle got to meet others in that room too. even Mrs. Potts and her teacup children, as well as the dresser.
Chip.
Chip is awesome.
Yep, he's cute and fun too.
Did you all ever see Beauty and the Beast on Ice?
No.
I don't know if I did.
Beauty
It
and
was
the
like
Beast.
that was really popular when I was a kid. I remember going to see it. I mean, I was a wee Jake.
I have seen
And,
the Broadway sorry. I have seen the Broadway musical when it came to Phoenix one time.
Mm.
I loved that stuff. I saw Lion King on ice and Beauty and the Beast on ice, and I had my little Beast doll, my Beastie. He went everywhere with me.
Yeah. Yep. He told Belle that she will join him for dinner, but she refused, and he started to lose his temper just when he was about to try to keep his cool. And he really lost it and started banging that door. Man,
He tells her she
We're
can
having
carve.
yeah.
competition for who's the angrier guy.
Oh yeah.
I always remember like the then starve.
Yeah. Man, I can't.
God damn.
Yeah, and I can't remember seeing anyone with so much potential energy coming out.
Yeah, he's
such a-
yeah.
Yep.
If he was a woman in a different country, but still in the European continent, then he would have said at the same time, "Well, let her eat cake."
Yeah.
Yep.
I remember screaming that around the house. I would bang on my brother's door and he'd purposefully not come out. And my mom was like, "What are you guys doing?" I'm like, "Don't you know what we watched? Like, it was from Beauty and the Beast."
Yeah. But meanwhile, in the village,
Good old parents.
yeah. Meanwhile, in the village, Gaston was at his tavern where LeFou and the rest of his goons were singing a song to help cheer him up and help him regain his spirit. Yeah.
No one fights like Gaston. Dowses
Yep.
fights like Gaston.
Yeah, they were really energetic when they were moving around in the tavern while singing and dancing. And Gaston, wow, he sure knows how to put on quite a show with those biceps of his.
Yeah, 5 dozen eggs.
Yeah, and punching LeFou so hard and stuff.
What are you gonna do when these 24-inch pythons come for you?
Yeah. Yeah. After the song, Maurice came running in to begging for help, but they just threw him out, claiming him to be crazy. But of course, because of that, Gaston decided to use Maurice as bait to get Belle to cooperate, as in try to blackmail her in some cruel way, just from holding a family member hostage or for ransom. And believe me, that is not a good way to earn marriage or love. That's just being a jerk or a criminal.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is extremely criminal, in more ways than one. And
Yeah.
you're never gonna make her. She's never gonna love you. And as soon as she finds out, which she will find out, this just shows how fucking retarded. Sorry for. I'll stop cussing. This
Don't
shows
worry.
how retarded that Gaston actually is, because he is so just like dead set on his plans. Like, I just want the woman. I just want the woman. What can I do to get her? Knowing that she's a bookworm, knowing that she thinks for herself and isn't just this little stupid retarded bent.
Yeah.
I was like, she's never going to love you. She will eventually find out. And then he's going to move to physical things, physical domestics, and it's not going to end well for absolutely anybody in the situation, but he doesn't care because he's focused on himself.
Exactly. Yeah, that's right. Yep.
I do give credit to the live action film for still keeping him just being like a real jerk and not like he could be redeemed or like he's misunderstood.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Well, it was at a time that we normally didn't do that in
Yeah.
movies. In all honesty, good guys
Same
were
for
good
Aladdin.
guys, bad guys were bad guys. There was no misunderstood or social
Right. Or narrative twisters.
Right. I've got actually a funny story with Gaston. Beauty and the Beast is my daughter's favorite movie of all time for Disney.
No.
Actually, and 1B is Ariel. Anyway, she loved this, and we went to Disney World, and we met Gaston, and I thought she was going to come out of her skin, that she hated him so bad, even the guy just playing, and she knew it wasn't really him, but her vitriol towards the man was comical.
Yep. Then, luckily for Belle, everyone else in the castle was brave enough to offer her dinner and dessert. Yeah. Of course, Cogsworth was strongly opposed to that. He recommend not eating or keeping it down. But knowing Lumiere, he couldn't help himself. That he just had to make some noise. However, the beast did not actually burst out of nowhere or revolt or anything. Yeah, so she had a peaceful dinner and a joyful one too.
I do have one kind of thing, and especially with looking at the picture we have up there. Okay, everyone in the castle was turned into something, so even like the champagne bottles or people.
Yeah.
Like, would people been turned into food and things too?
Yeah, that'd be pretty dark.
And that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. And just think, if the champagne bottles are people as well, What are they letting out?
Wasn't that the point of Sausage Party?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Imagine being milk,
I love that
right?
movie.
Imagine
Uh-huh.
being milk and like that's not good because you could spoil, right?
Mhm.
Whereas like champagne or other types of alcohol, they last a long time. At least be a jar of honey, right?
Right.
Because you don't know how long the beast has been around. Like if I'm a jar of honey, right? I essentially could be maintain the age that I was. Imagine I turn old when the spell breaks, right? I'm like an 80-something-year-old man instead of I'm 25 when I got. Yeah, because I'm not
Yeah.
preserved. I'm
Right.
not preserved. Like that'd be the curse. Because think about it, like the woman that was raising that child, right? The teacup lady, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Mrs.
That's
Potts?
not her son. I think that's her. You know, she takes care of him. I think she adopted him.
Yeah,
But she's too
ditto.
old. She's like 60. He's like a 10-year-old boy or 8. Like
That's
Yeah,
for
that's a
war,
good point.
like
Yeah.
adopted children, or
yeah, he's an adopted
people
son.
who, or his parents died whenever before the prince turned into the beast, sent him off to battles or something like that, and they got killed, and so she just like kind of nurses the children. Not
For all we
nursing
know,
is like
that could be the
yeah, go ahead.
beast. You know, nephew, right? We don't know that. That could
Well,
be the beast.
I mean-
brother's son, but we don't. know
You got to
that.
look at the time period this was in. Mrs. Potts was probably only maybe 30 and still looked that way because she had about maybe 10 good years left before she was kicking the bucket.
Yeah.
So,
Sad but true. But
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
they didn't have Schick razors or soap back then, but they did have perfume.
right.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, after the Be Our Guest song dance in the kitchen in the dining room, Belle became curious to see what the West Wing was all about. That's actually the Beast room.
The rose. Wait, where is it? I have one that I gave Miss Malty. Oh, it's in the bathroom. Sorry, go ahead.
No problem. Yeah. Belle's curiosity led her to the West Wing. The Beast did not show up until she had taken the glass case off the pedal, and then Beast reacts, feeling very overprotective of that rose, puts it back on, like he feels like it's gonna cause some kind of calamity if she touched it with her fingers. And he definitely lost his temper when he told her to get out, and so she ran.
I think it reminds him of his own failings.
Yeah.
He doesn't want anybody else looking at it.
This is
Well,
one of the.
He's
This is also,
embarrassed as well.
Yeah.
keep going, Rachel.
Oh no, it's just saying like he probably was more embarrassed as to like no one's going to question like if you have flowers around. But if you have this one particular rose that looks like it's just like suspended in air, the question isn't, you know, what is it? It's why is this here? Oh, I was a POS and some witch enchanted me. You know, like I think he
Yeah.
was embarrassed as opposed to trying to protect the
Yeah.
harming the rose.
Yeah.
No.
But
I
think
let this happen. This all happened because of me, and everyone in the castle's like this, and we're going to be like this forever, and it's all my fault, and no one look at it.
yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I think
but
this
later-
is one of the times where like the beast actions or the beast actions of anger are actually substantiated, because as soon as the last petal falls on his 21st birthday, he's cursed to remain a beast forever. And so that's something that he's struggling with in his head. It's not that it's depression and the anger and all the other kind of stuff and him being selfish. And when she goes in there and she's like, I want to touch it. And it's like, don't make another petal fall.
Yeah.
Get
Yeah.
out. I told
Yeah.
you to get out. Don't ever come in here. This is the one thing that's keeping me as a monster. When in fact, he is not smart enough to realize that that's not what is keeping him a monster. His own internal affections or lack of affection towards other people is what's keeping him a monster.
Yeah, but his journey to no longer becoming a monster started when he felt guilty of scaring her out of the castle, that he followed her and rescued her from a pack of wolves that were attacking her and her horse.
That's like the first real kind of noble deed that he does. He rescues her. He saves her from the wolves. Very princely in that moment.
Yeah, but the wolves bit him so much he ended up wounded and fell unconsciously. That Belle had to have her horse carry him back to the castle.
Yeah, but
that
what
was
if it's
pretty
part of
insane.
it is, besides a good deed? What if it's like his primal instinct? It's like she's my prey, not yours, right?
Oh
Like
my
part
god!
of his human side is like I got to do something. The
Dude, I
beast
hope
side is
not.
like no, she's mine. I don't care. You wolves,
But-
you're not taking her.
But
I'm
at the
taking-
same time, yes, he does like put her into captivity, but then he immediately gives her her own room with some servants and everything like that, and he's just like
Yeah.
he doesn't barge into the room. He knocks on the door and beats on the door, and after inviting her to dinner, like he never encroaches upon her like Gaston does. Basically busting in the house and being like, "You're getting married to me." And then kicking his muddy shoes off and sticking them on our books and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, speaking of Gaston,
Beast never did that. He had some gentility to him.
did you know that the gulp noise during his dance number with the egg, that's Goofy? Do you know that? It's uncredited Bill Farmer himself, the RoboCop. dude.
AJ.
That's so
Bars,
cool.
guys. Yeah, it's Bill
Wow.
Farmer. He's not credited, but you hear his gulp noise. That's
Yeah.
credited.
Oh, that's
Mhm.
awesome. Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Luckily, after healing him, she and Beast began trusting each other as soon as he helped patch up his wounds. But also later that night, Gaston was definitely up to no good. Just as he sought help from people at a local asylum to help him with his dirty bidding.
That is so evil, by the way. Like, how can you orchestrate somebody to be? Yeah, maybe he's not normal in the traditional sense, but what inventor is really, right? You have to be not normal because that's what makes you unique, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
you're telling him his uniqueness makes him bad. That is so evil. He's like, no, I'm going to control her. Belle's
Yeah.
mine, whether she likes it or not. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah. Quite evil for someone who's trying to win her over. Yeah. Yeah, that's where Gaston literally crossed the line. Trying to manipulate the entire time. Oh. Oh, I heard something.
Yeah, I did too. I was just gonna ignore it.
Anyway.
It is
That's
kind of
not
crazy,
able-
like selling them to ask the asylum at that point.
Yeah.
Someone along the line of like dirty cops.
Yeah. Yeah. Bribing a warden to help do it with his evil scheme. Yeah, that is corruption too, by the way.
It's funny that only now that we're reviewing this, and you've seen this movie countless times. I'm thinking, so this must have really happened. Otherwise, they wouldn't have put some sort of reiteration or retelling of this action in a kids' movie.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, children, if you misbehave, mommy and daddy are going to send you to the asylum.
I imagine that probably happened back then when people were threats to people politically or like
True.
financially.
And this is France. Yeah.
Yeah, like no, I'm going to get rid of my rival by making them crazy or forcing them to go to jail or to the asylum. Which so I imagine
Yeah.
they could have
Yeah,
done
it
that
is
back
crazy.
then.
I was going to say that's the whole beginning of Les Mis.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. But the next day, the Beast decided to show Belle a surprise room that she would definitely enjoy. And she was definitely fascinated by all the books in there. Like that because of how much she was into books, Beast was more than happy to let her have the whole library as her own.
That's a fortune back then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
A complete fortune. But it was the foundation for my love of reading. I remember watching this movie and I saw the library and the countless books, and I was just like, I'm gonna read more, and I did. Thanks
Well, that was
to
a sign of a
thanks to
noble.
Pizza Hut.
That was a sign of a noble.
I was always fascinated by the library too. Like I've never, to this day, I've never been in a library like that. But it's like something you keep going back to in your mind. Just one to.
If you had a library or a study room in your place, that back in those olden days, you were rich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether you were royalty or you were
Steady.
a aristocrat, you
Mhm.
were rich.
I mean, I don't know
Yeah.
exactly when Beauty and the Beast is supposed to have taken place, but like these were most likely all handwritten books. Someone transcribed, took the time over weeks and months and years, and yeah, that would have taken some serious doing.
And some of the
Yeah,
books
and-
are translated in a different language too, so they translated it to French.
Mhm.
Yep.
It's a lot of work.
Also,
Yeah.
look at this library as well. It's so not only is it 2 stories, but if you remember the Belle's opening song, she gets on a ladder and rolls it around, and like that's when she gets gifted the book. It's not really that she's after a book; she's just after something that interests her. So he does this as a very he does this as a sign of good faith and like a show of grace and everything like that. It's like, I want to impress her. I know she likes books. Here, look at all my books. I've got all this. She's like, oh yeah, but I'm not a money grubbing whore. I ain't no gold digger. What I truly care about is I want a man and like family, and like that's what matters to me. It's matters of the heart, and that's what interests me. Can I learn about you rather than learning from books? Because that first song does talk about Prince Charming, and then not discovering that it's Prince Charming until later on after having interactions with him. That's the story of Beauty and the Beast. Sorry, go ahead.
Yes. And after their relationship flourished, later that night they finally have their iconic dance in the ballroom.
This
Yeah.
is chapter 3. He didn't find out it was him till chapter 3. This is chapter 3 of her relationship with the Beast. That's just dawning on me, by the way, because Multi said that.
I'm trying to tell you, bro, you don't even know how many times I've watched this movie.
Yeah.
It's years later, Jake, and I'm still finding stuff out, so don't worry.
Yeah, like this is just occurring to me.
Decades later.
Yeah.
Eons.
Indeed. Yeah. Yeah. The
I
dance
do
was-
I like the colors though. I'm not gonna lie. Like Beast wearing gold and blue combo, and with the
Mhm.
black trousers, with a golden brownish vest with the white
I
collar.
actually had that dress
It's a
when I was a kid.
It's a good combo.
Yeah.
One of my favorite designs in a lot of Disney films.
Yep.
They did a good job with Disney movies. They know how to have the color
Yeah.
palette pop out like that.
Them
Yeah.
dancing is probably like
For Disney animated films.
that's like the definitive image of this movie that is burned into my mind is them dancing in that ballroom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
This is,
wedding
Yeah.
dance.
Well, and then that was actually one of the first times they like added computer animation into the 2D cells with the ballroom behind it. So that was one of their first attempts.
Yeah, they do like a cool kind of sweeping around shot.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yep. Yeah.
Later became
Definitely.
the camera work for Dancing with the Stars.
Right.
Fun fact
Yeah.
I remember, even though like this is the iconic Princess Belle dress, it's the only time in the movie it's used and seen. Otherwise, she's always in her blue and white dress.
Yep. Mhm.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
didn't they recycle some of the dance numbers from older Disney movies, like the animation cells? Some of them, not all of them, but like certain parts.
Yeah. But as soon as Belle started to worry about her father, Beast had something that could help her with that. And he presents her with a magic mirror that shows where her father is now. Yeah, but here is where it will all start to where Beast made his more of his right decisions. when
Well,
she
sorry, go
Go
ahead.
yeah.
This is one of those scenes where it's just like he's, the armor's starting to break, or the Berlin Wall is starting to get knocked down. He's like, I actually care about this woman. We've had a great time this entire time, and femininity is breaking me down because men and women belong together. So it's like breaking apart the beast part of him. And he's still in kind of one of those moods where it's like, I have all this stuff. Let me give gifts and shower gifts. And then she sees, he gives her something that shows her, is like, what do you care about? It's like, I want to see my father, because she cares about family. And then he starts to actually realize it's about way more than what you own. It's about, the interpersonal connections. And so he starts to break apart even further, not break apart, but like become even more human just in these interactions. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, and just when she's worried about her father, the beast's heart was opened wide enough to let her go, and even more so since he had the mirror. In case she ever wants to think of him again, she would have the mirror with her at all cost.
Malty, that made me think of something too. It made me realize that. So everyone's affected by the curse, but Beast is different from everyone else. All the people in his life are literally turned into objects, whereas Beast, he's like an animal of some kind. But all the servants become like literal objects, man, and like that can't be an accident.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you count the taxidermy animals being objects, yeah, you're right. Like he isn't really an object unless you count the taxidermy thing where they stuff actual animals.
I reckon that's like a reflection, like just like he is a reflection of who he is inside. He becomes this beast when he's cursed. All the people around him, it's still his curse. He sees everyone as they're just like not even people to him.
Yeah, but lucky for Belle, Chip followed her home inside the bed. Even Morris was happy to see him too. Quite remarkable. But then things started. But then Gaston and the townspeople show up, having manipulated them with his gaslighting and his big bellowing voice.
Gaslighting.
Torch lighting.
Basically, I'm the most handsomest guy and most strong guy here. Believe me, bro. That's basically what happened.
Trust
Yeah.
me, bro.
And they took the bait. That's how it happened. It's called being charismatic.
Yeah. But soon, that was when Gaston had the warden make his move to put Maurice inside the wagon to escort to the asylum if she did not marry him. But soon as he shows everyone the beast inside that mirror, it ended up driving Gaston mad, even crazier enough to dismiss have everyone dismiss her words of conviction and starts fear mongering into everyone to follow him on his quest of killing the beast. And
he's basically like he's insulted because how could you prefer this beastly thing to me? I'm so great.
Yeah,
But-
it's an ego. Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, Gaston's minion, right? The guy that like basically trash talks him and he just shoves him, right?
Yeah,
LeFou.
LeFou, right? When he
Yep.
says, remember when he says, "You stay here. I don't care how long." And he's like in the frozen weather. He's like, "Oh, nuts!" Right?
Yeah, you gotta wonder
Yeah.
how long it's been since he's been stuck in the frozen weather.
Yeah, but you know what? When he says "Oh, nuts," right? You know that's
Yeah.
an indirect reference to Donald Duck's early catchphrase, right? Like instead of "off buoy," it's "all nuts." That was his original catchphrase from the 1920s/30s.
Wow.
I thought it was toots.
No, it's all nuts. It was all nuts.
Lieutenant gets that because we watched the Three Caballeros.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
his original catchphrase was "all nuts," and then it's "all fooey" back in 1940s. So they
Wow.
switched it. In the remake, when they did the Disney three, as I call them, Goofy and Donald and Mickey,
Mm.
when they
Yeah.
did that talent show with the Minnie Mouses in the crowd, In the
Mhm.
black and white one, he's like, nuts. In the new
Yeah.
one, the color one, it's all fooey.
Yeah.
So yeah, in this movie, they brought back the Donald Duck catchphrase that was obscured, and some
Yeah.
people don't even know that reference that I just said.
Yeah. Yeah. But everyone bought into Gaston's fear mongering, and they followed him all the way to the castle to ransack the place, and as well as the beast himself. Yeah. Yeah. Gaston was definitely out of control. Oh, with what he's been doing. But soon as they got to the castle, everyone in there, except the beast, was preparing an ambush, and they engaged the mob in battle royale inside the main hall. Yeah,
That's one of the funniest things. Like so action packed, but also hilarious. Like a bunch of slapstick,
Mhm.
slapstick.
yeah,
Just a great time where everyone comes together. It's like, nah, this is our house.
So you're saying this is like a combination of Jackie Chan meets Buster Keaton, Charlie Chaplin, and Jackie Chan all in one. The Three Stooges, everything.
or
Yeah, pretty
slapstick,
much. Pretty much, yeah.
slapstick comedy, but taken serious to a degree.
yeah,
There's kind of like even in the music, there's a lot of like vaudevillian kind of theatrical influence. We hadn't really seen that before. It has to do with the people that composed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should have had a reference to the Three Stooges. What's the matter with ya?
yeah. And here are our
Exactly.
three stooges on chasing
Well,
after the fog. Well,
They did have
Yeah.
the cross dresser that where it gets in the wardrobe and then like bumps around for a little bit and then comes out as a dude dressed as a woman and then
yeah.
you
Which
have
used to be hilarious.
element wherever they walk into the
Yeah.
kitchen, everything's silent, and then the stove comes alive and then throws knives at them all. And
Yeah, they ran out of the castle like cowards. I mean, look at that. Oh man, that was rich. Yeah, everyone running for their lives. Well, and crawling too.
yeah, this dude still has a chair over his head, upside down, right in the middle.
Yeah, and one of them is hung up on a lamppost or something too, and everyone else is laying.
At the impaler.
So it's
Yeah.
like, are some of the servants like, fatalities? Because you see what looks like a violin or a cello or something
They
broken over
kamikaze them.
somebody's head. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the guy threw.
Oh yeah.
I'd hate to know where that guy's head is through on that chair.
Well, it's presumed that because it's a Disney movie that it's if they don't take it serious, but they're not
Right.
coming back, that means they're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're not going to say, "Yeah, this person's dead," and you don't have to see blood or them basically look like a dead corpse to know. No, if they're not coming
Yeah.
back or they don't show them again, that means
Not
they're
even
dead.
just dead, but like eviscerated. Like I think, yeah, that would have been a little,
Yeah.
it would have been a little heavy for Disney.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because remember,
I was a
Disney
kid
has to
when
sell this as a kids movie, so they can't show very heavy details like that.
Yeah.
Eliminated.
Hey, when I was younger, it was serious. I lived through Black Cauldron and the Black Hole. So
Heck yeah.
Yeah. I did Black Cauldron last year in September.
Yeah, we did.
I remember that.
Yeah,
Yep.
Black Cauldron
Shaped
was a
souls.
good movie. Like it could have been better if they didn't butcher the film. Like you could tell there was a lot of heavy cuts in it.
yeah.
Or force things in or rush everything and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
you could tell scenes were mixed up or like awkward
Rush.
because
Or rushed.
or rushed because they wanted to retool it to their liking.
Yep.
Mhm.
The last fight was between Gaston and the Beast. At first, the Beast felt like he was open to just dying without anyone to love him. But when Belle came back, worried about him, it restored. She brought back hope to him, and so he was able to fight back against the crazed hunter, who's been causing a lot of gaslighting and a lot of trouble in town.
Well, yeah, that's a great part about this too, because he's seeing as the last petals of the enchanted rose are dropping down. He's just like, I loved her, and that meant I had to let her go her own way because I would choose her, but She chose her father, and that's okay. Because I love her, I'm not sad about that, but I know my time's about to end.
Yeah.
And then when Gaston shows up, it's like, hey, I want some big game to hunt. And he's just like, whatever the fuck you want, nigga. Like, it's like, I don't even care anymore. Like, I lost the one woman that I've ever truly had a connection with. And then as soon as he sees her again, it's like, Belle? Oh, okay, game time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bitch be gone.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Actually, like I got some inside baseball when it comes to this because Alan Menken, who wrote this music, he wrote most of the music with a couple other guys for this movie. He came in, he gave a masterclass series when I was in school. He wrote this theme first, this Battle on the Tower, and that's how he wrote. He started writing the music for this and Little Mermaid and the other things he worked on was. He writes like the individual character themes first. And so if you listen to this Battle on the Tower, it's like a combination of Beast and Gaston and Belle's theme. And that's why he wrote it first.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Gaston was crazy, but the Beast, unlike Gaston, was able to learn and accept humiliation, and he learned to accept things. But Gaston certainly did not. And for that, yeah,
You've got to go.
yep. Yeah,
Everyone has their own motif.
exactly. Yep. Quite a good confrontation too.
Mhm.
Even though Gaston thought he could use the opportunity to try to kill him with his knife, the Beast was able to beat him just from struggling. And Gaston, he ended up backing away to avoid getting swatted, only to end up falling to his demise.
Mhm.
Which serves him right.
Mhm.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You know,
People
Disney
who,
has a thing about killing off people by falling.
They too.
Yeah.
And also like the villain has to beg for mercy and then
Right.
backstab you and then die.
Right.
Isn't
right.
that a reference to the Tarzan movie? The
Oh,
old
yeah.
Tarzan movie? Where he hangs?
Clayton.
Oh.
Yeah, that was.
I always assume that's a reference to that because that's a really old reference, like the live action
Uh-huh.
Tarzan movie from back a long time ago. And then they redid it for the animated one years later
Yep.
for Disney.
Oh, nice.
That's done so well, man, with like the lightning strike and you see the shadows on the forest floor. It's so cool.
Yep.
Mhm.
Bro, that movie is so good. I
I
love
love
it.
it too.
Yeah. I can't stand people who are like Gaston with all that arrogance and ego and stuff and too
Well,
much hubris. It's
Yeah, it's one
definitely
of
a
those
bad thing.
things. Like your hubris and overconfidence, even in real life, maybe it doesn't always necessarily end in dying physically,
Right.
but like yeah, you're hanging yourself. It's like instant karma. It's like yeah, you talk enough shit, you're gonna get hit, and you're not ready for it.
Yeah, there is some kind of fall.
He set everything into motion to cause his own demise.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Technically,
He's
Scar
terrible.
from The Lion King didn't die from falling. He got burned / eaten by the hyenas, or it's
Right.
implied.
yeah.
Yeah,
He got eaten by
fell.
the hyenas.
He fell,
Scar,
but
of
he
course.
didn't die from it. He
Right.
died from either
Oh.
getting
He
burned /
fell,
eaten by the hyenas.
right.
Yeah.
Because he fell into where all the hyenas were.
There's
Yeah,
no
and he was pleading for them. He was like, "Hey guys, you know, it's me, it's me."
Your
And then
buddy's
you
got
see the
us.
shadows of them all just like attacking, and you see the teeth and everything like that. He got ripped
Yeah.
apart. By
I
the
love
hyenas.
And canonically, if you count the Hercules Disney versus canon, Hercules took in the Hercules universe, right? Hercules somehow got his hide / his fur to
Yep.
pose. Remember?
Oh,
So that's what happened to Scar after he died, at least in the Disney
Yeah, we
version.
saw.
Oh.
Yeah, we saw
Oh, I
Scar.
remember
became-
that Easter
He
egg
became
from Herc.
Hercules' property.
Yep.
Yeah,
When he
Scar's
was
hide.
getting his portrait on the urn.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah.
So does that mean that Lion King took place like in BC era?
Hmm.
There were no people in The Lion King.
Nope.
Yeah, and unless you count the Greek gods or the Roman gods as like being around,
Yeah.
then it's possible that
Mm.
one of
Yeah,
them
but
took
the
it.
Lion.
They took
Sorry, go
the
ahead.
hide of Scar, and then they waited for Hercules to get it, or Hercules somehow found it from one of the gods.
And there
later.
was never any reason for me to think this, but it's like I've just never thought of the Lion King as being in the past. That was like a contemporary story.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quite strange
I was
too.
like, yeah, there weren't even the African tribes that were. Well, they were probably on the coast selling themselves into slavery, but
Different
Yeah, but we
strange.
don't talk about that. Wink, wink.
Mhm.
That never
Okay.
happened, guys.
but no.
Yeah,
So
it did.
maybe
It did. I'm not joking. Yeah, it
the
did.
pelt of Scar was something kind of like Kimba the White Lion, even though that's been debunked. Simba is not from Kimba, but Kimba the White Lion used his dead dad. Maybe that's the reason, or that's the way why Hercules was able to acquire Scar's pelt.
Probably.
Yeah.
And also, Aladdin is also in the same universe as the Lion King / Hercules.
Yeah.
Because remember the
90s Renaissance
crossover in the
era.
TV show? They met each other.
Yep.
So that means that it's canon. All of those three things are in the same
Guys,
universe.
Guys, serious question. What is Beast? What is this guy's actual name?
The Beast.
Some
Yes.
versions have
Charming.
Oh,
Some versions call him Adam.
That's a good question. I don't remember them ever saying.
Oh,
Did
I
you
think
say they
Bell
call
was
him
Prince.
Adam?
Yeah.
Adam?
Yeah.
Belle calls him Daddy, but
Yeah, but is Adam his official name though, or is that like
I
Disney
think it
thing?
is.
I have no
think it
idea.
actually
Well,
is.
he is the most
I think
handsome
so.
prince.
Yep.
Yeah, Prince Adam is the
It
only
is.
thing he's referred to as. Yeah.
Yeah.
Prince Adam.
After,
It is Prince Adam.
yeah. After.
Is it me or
Yeah,
does
after the
Prince Adam
Beast
look
dies,
like
Belle-
Hercules a little bit? He looks like Hercules' descendant.
A
Yeah.
little combination of Hercules and Tarzan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because the
Anyway,
color,
guys.
the hair color, it's like Hercules is like orangey, reddish brown hair.
Tarzan Hercules.
Yeah,
I
Tarzan.
don't think he ever did.
And the face shape looks more like Tarzan.
Yeah, that's true.
The eyes kind of have Hercules a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. After Belle's wishes.
Bell just like hit the lottery.
Anyway,
Well,
after Belle says, please. After Belle says she loves him, the curse started to break, and he was revived and returned to normal. And that is where he, as Prince Adam, introduces himself to Belle as the prince of the castle.
And he
Yeah.
said, I love spending time with you too.
Yep. And she was able to get a good glimpse at him after seeing the portrait of him that was torn in the West Wing.
I'm glad that it came back for the film.
Yep.
What'd you say?
Just like she remembered seeing that picture to know that it was him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that she had to look. That they had their souls had to connect by looking into each other's eyes.
Yeah, he's
That's
like, that's
what
really
I
cute.
love about it. That's true love.
Such an adorable Disney couple.
Yep. Absolutely. Wonderful. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but not only was the Beast back to normal as Prince Adam, but also so was everyone else in the castle. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been a dark ending that everybody except like Prince Adam is the only one that got freed. Everybody else is permanent.
Yeah.
Or they're like a hybrid version, like some of them are human but with like an object kind of in between. So
Or
like
if he was just dead. Or
they
if
have
he
a
ended up
candle
dead and
head
everyone else was
but a
back to
human
normal.
body or a cup,
Yeah.
like a cup head with a a cup body with a
The
human
teapot
head.
had a spout
Mhm.
coming out of his nose
So
or something.
I can see a horror film in the vein of like Pooh or
I hope that's not made like some of the recent IP horror films lately.
Yeah.
Oh,
Popeye and
Public domain, here we come.
And Steamboat Willie.
Then we hear the candle attacking people in the horror way.
Who is the girl there on the end? Is that the maid?
I think that was just added on probably, but she
That's
was the maid.
that's from Enchanted Christmas, is this not? Is this image from Enchanted Christmas?
It kind of looks as it did, doesn't it? Way.
Yeah,
This
it
isn't
doesn't
the-
look
this-
like that. No.
Yeah, this isn't the OG.
Okay, Prince Adam looks vaguely like he's doing some kind of Bing Crosby Christmas thing there.
Yeah, or he's Dan Vash trying to sing insane.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Now,
It was,
I thought it was kind of neat that it was Robbie Benson that did both the voice of Beast and of the Prince. Because he did both voices and how over the top the Beast voice is, and he even spoke with a different tone than his normal one for the Prince. And he's
Yeah.
one of those guys that have been in like how many Disney movies as a voice actor?
That's good
Yeah.
that they did that because usually in this case they would have two different voice actors to because
Right.
it's kind of hard to transition like the range because not everybody's like Phil Lamar or Mel Blancs where you could change
Right.
your voice up.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not everybody can do that. It's hard. So it's good that he did his best. He got
Yeah,
more
the
money
ending-
out of it. Good
Oh,
for
yeah.
him.
the ending was the most beautiful part about this movie too, including the song while the film came to a close. Beauty and the Beast. Yep, quite the opera, and a marvelous way to end a movie. Tales as old as time. Beauty and the Beast.
Barely
Yep.
even friends, then somebody bent unexpected.
Yep.
Break the spell.
If you
Yeah,
believe
and
Alan
if-
Menken, he wrote that during a lunch break.
Yep.
If it wasn't for this movie, guys, we would
Wow.
not get the TV show Beauty and the Geek. So let's be thankful
Oh.
for that.
You're right. I remember that golden
We would
classic.
never get
Oh,
that
yeah.
show. And Andre, the Black Nerd, that's his name, right? He was on that show, the YouTuber.
Yeah.
He was
Yep.
a contestant, which is insane, and he's still doing YouTube videos to this day. It's amazing.
Yep.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Waker.
Absolutely.
What's up, brother?
We did it, guys. That's another one in the can.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go just yet, folks. I'm gonna start setting up a raid.
Ooh.
Heck yeah, who's on right now? What even day is it? Wednesday?
Yeah. It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
Let's see.
It is Wednesday.
Huh.
GCA with
Well, There's,
Oh, Ryan Kills. Though.
well, there's
Dermy
something I-
Wormy for smaller people.
I believe
Well,
Spear is streaming some games. I believe ABF is also streaming some games.
Wicked Virtue is out there.
Yeah, but
Fuck-
Cinebeer's
No
about to,
Zamboni, yeah.
Fuck
Cinebeer's
Jared.
about to wrap up her
Take
game.
over shit. I am so sick of him.
Yeah, but I
love-
found someone we can raid.
I love him, but
I've been following her a couple
Mhm.
months, and she's a Pokemon fan who lives out in California somewhere. Anyway, her name's Princess Diana.
Princess.
Anyway.
Princess.
Anyway, folks, we're about to raid Princess Diana's stream. Thank you all again for coming.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Thanks,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Yep. Have a good night,
Thanks,
guys.
guys.
Have a good one,
Bye,
guys.
everyone.
See ya. And time to raid.